Tell them we're going live. Hello.
Hi.
We just saw Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice on the premiere night.
Premiere nights.
Friday,
except that
March 25th?
Except half the internet has already seen it and is cranky about it.
Well, I don't think it's half the internet who's seen it.
It feels like half the internet.
I think there's a certain loud portion of the internet who has seen it and is cranky about it, but they're not who the movie was made for.
Nope.
They were made for people like us. Okay, we're gonna do a
this
real
is
quick.
Extremely loosey goosey, also.
Yeah, very loosey goosey. Some magic juices involved.
I've had enough magic juice. I'm done.
But we just wanted to hop on real quick. We're not going to do a big in-depth thing because we're going to have Holy Bat Pastor and Rebecca Johnson on April 2nd, 7:30 p.m. EST at live.universebox.com to go in-depth on Batman v Superman after we've got to see it a couple more times and everything. But we just wanted to give a quick 10-minute, spoiler-free for the most part, as much as we can handle, reaction to the movie. So I guess I'll start how I normally do. Emery, what'd you think?
I liked it.
You liked it. Why?
I think it really hit a lot of what we were expecting. It was a good intro for all of the movies coming soon. Minus Suicide Squad. I really wanted somebody to make an appearance.
Yeah.
Anybody, somebody. But no, I enjoyed it. I love Batfleck. I'm sorry. From the second they announced that Ben Affleck was going to play Batman, I was all hearts and happy.
Yeah, I did. I said this right after we got out of the movie too. But I felt like while he was a little underserved overall in the plot of the movie, I really felt like he embodied the Batman.
He is the Batman.
Yeah,
he is the Batman. The Batman backstory that was done beautifully. I thought it was very pretty as well as effective. So I liked it. What about you?
Oh, I loved it.
No way.
I know, shocker, right?
No way. You liked a superhero movie?
I know, especially one with Superman in it.
Superman?
I know, but I thought it was great. Like, I thought especially, and I really felt like in a lot of ways it was Superman's movie.
It was.
And that might just be my own bias speaking. I'm wearing the hat right now. But I really felt like it was Superman's movie. I felt like the biggest arc was in Superman's character, him kind of learning to accept his role in society and trying to figure out why people weren't so excited that he was there, trying to be a good guy and everything. Why must there be a Superman, more or less? Which actually, if I have one big complaint about the movie, it's that they didn't credit Elliot S. Maggin, one of my favorite Superman writers, for a lot of the thematic stuff they worked with in the movie. Like, particularly, why must there be a Superman? I really felt Lex Luthor, who they completely nailed, in my opinion. They completely nailed, like, even one point during the movie, I was like this, when in one particular moment.
How did I miss that moment?
I think you commented on it when I did it. It was when Lex Luthor was kind of revealing his big plan to Superman. But they really embodied my favorite version of Lex Luthor, which is the Elliot S. Maggin version. The guy who is kind of awkward and weird and so annoyed that he has to live on the same planet with all these small people. Yeah. Yeah, and the guy who is very just jealous of Superman because everyone looks up to him, and Lex Luthor's like, no, people should be looking up to me.
Me and my crazy red hair.
And so, yeah, I completely thought they nailed Lex Luthor. And by the way, in the chat room, Knight RAF, who saw the movie with us, Amory's cousin, is in the chat room. But yeah, I really, really, really loved it. Okay. I have points I want to talk about. Wait, what do you want to talk about first, Amory?
I don't know. I mentally haven't prepared because it's just so...
Yeah, well, you're not the biggest DC Universe fan. You're more into Gotham.
Yes.
And some of the Batman movies and stuff like that, but
yes and no. I mean, I definitely lean towards Batman versus Superman. However,
Batman v Superman.
I shake my fist at you. I also, as opposed to you, I heavily lean into the Wonder Woman of it. Because I do. Because girl power. I don't know. I enjoy
where I can say, if people don't know, I consider Wonder Woman more of an anti-hero, more of a Punisher type.
Yeah.
And so I've never been that fond of the character as she is usually portrayed.
I'm encouraged. I like the way they're going about introducing the next movies. This is how I have to be with trying to be not spoilery and say anything specific.
Yeah.
I think the setup is there. I think we got just enough of her and the dude at the end setting everything up. I like her reaction to everything that was happening. So
yeah, I mean, she was fine in the movie. Everyone has been going kind of gaga about her, and I really didn't find her part in the movie all that impressive. The musical cue they used when she first shows up in the last fight,
awesome, because
it was a great musical cue.
But it was a musical cue. It carried through the entire fight, which was the tone of the fight.
Yeah, very heavy metal.
It was also very much her fight. For a lot of it. It was.
I mean, she was active within it. I don't know how much she really mattered to it in the end. I mean, she definitely distracted the big villain they were fighting.
We're really bad at being spoiler free.
So certain people could go and do what they needed to do and come back into the fight.
And you don't think that's important?
Oh no, that's super important. There
was a lasso involved, folks.
But at the same time, she had probably 6 action beats in the entire fight.
Because it's not her. It's her setup.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just saying that.
Listen, your dude already had a movie.
You know, I am looking forward to the Wonder Woman movie because it's a period piece, and that really intrigues me. A superhero movie period piece. It's one of the reasons I really liked Captain America: The First Avenger so much, because it was a World War II period piece. And, I'm interested in that movie, and I'm going to see that movie. I just feel like people are happy about her presence in this movie, but I don't feel like she did much in the movie to justify the excitement. I think her solo movie is going to speak a lot more for the character.
I'm sure it will. I think the excitement is that she's there. We're getting her. We've had how many Batman movies? We have had how many Superman movies and shows for both of them?
Yeah.
We've had
To be fair, Wonder Woman did have a very long-running television program back in the 70s.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
That second half was the important part. Back in the 70s. It's 2016. That series was off the air before I was born.
Wonder Woman.
But I'm just saying, I don't have those. This is my Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Because this is what the most I've had. Yes, I know she was on one of the bazillions of cartoons, but
yeah, and I was telling you earlier today, I'm just not a huge fan of the Wonder Woman character. If they were going to do a female DC superhero movie, I would have much rather preferred they did the female version of Hawk and Dove they introduced into the DC universe a few years back. It's an interesting dynamic for a duo, because Hawk is a firebrand, kind of a Wonder Woman type, a very, very much into fighting, and fighting makes her very happy, or him, depending on the version of the team. And then Dove is a pacifist. And so I think it's interesting. I think it's an interesting
I'm
dynamic.
the fighter, you're the pacifist. We have found our roles.
Definitely. Hawk, Dove. But yeah, to get back to the movie, though, it's so much in the movie. I was saying this earlier, but the version of the Wayne murder in this movie
was beautiful.
Yeah, I think might be my favorite version on screen, outside of a comic book. I think it might have been the most effective, emotional, and it was quick too. It was a minute?
I know, but we kept coming back to it. It wasn't, once and done. We got the pearls falling a few times.
Yeah.
And it took everything in my power not to go, just because.
What did you think of Lois?
feel like I can like feel Rebecca Johnson's glare on me. I don't know. I'm not huge on her.
Mm-hmm.
I think she causes more problems than she solves most of the time.
I could see that. I
find her I found it actually extremely agitating that we're in the middle of this big giant fight. Superman is going into like battle people and he hears turns and goes to save Lois.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm sorry. Like, sure, happy love of your life, but nah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel she's just distracting.
I can definitely see that, and they also there's a situation that happens right at the beginning of the movie too, where her going in where
she don't belong.
I won't want to say she doesn't belong, but where she's not welcome.
Yeah.
Kind of causes an international incident.
Yes, it does.
And I think that's kind of interesting too. But that's kind of the character too. Lois is someone who's a character to me whose curiosity supersedes just about everything else about her, and that's one of the reasons Superman loves her. Because she's very curious and she's very strong-headed. If she has a question in her head, she won't stop until she gets the answer to that question. I think Amy Adams portrays that pretty well.
I think Amy Adams does a beautiful job, but I don't really like Lois.
Although I will say that, before Man of Steel, before she was in Man of Steel, I knew her best from being the female lead in the Muppet movie.
Oh, there's that too.
So I keep seeing that character sometimes when she's being Lois Lane.
She's like dancing and singing.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. I felt like the Daily Planet crew still got kind of the short shrift in this movie. Perry had a little bit more to work with than he did in Man of Steel, but not much.
Nope, not much at all.
Not much. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about here in the spoiler-free review? General impressions.
General impressions. See, I know that you feel like it nailed it all, everything that you could possibly have ever wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really looking forward to watching it again so that I feel that way.
Yeah.
For some reason, I have this like meh on certain parts. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very good movie.
Like in a very general way, what are some of your meh parts?
I can't at this moment. I knew them at the moment. I can't spit them back out right now. Mm-hmm. This is why I want to see it again without a margarita.
Knight RAF in the chat room says he agrees with me that Lex was in this movie was great.
Oh, Lex was fantastic.
Yeah.
Give me a Lex Luthor movie. Mm-hmm. Like, as to why he's doing all this. Mm-hmm. Other than just, he's a jerk face. Because right now that's all I've got. Or I probably missed some. Like, I missed I don't get the slight comments of comic lore and canon and all that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there really weren't like a bunch of like Easter eggy kind of things.
But I don't know that. Like, I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah, it's more they nailed the they just nailed the characters. Like,
I believe that.
You go and you watch an adaptation of Hamlet, and if they get Hamlet right, you don't have to have seen every production of Hamlet to know that they nailed Hamlet. You just get a sense of it from kind of like the emotional truth that the actor's portraying. And, I mean, the written words are the same, but you get my point that it came across in the words and the actions of the characters. It wasn't Easter eggy and wink, wink, nudge, nudge kind of references. It was more just, okay, they understand these characters. Yeah. So, Knight RAF says he's never actually read a comic book. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it like I said, it wasn't like wink, wink, nudge, nudgy kind of stuff. It was more just, they got the characters. I
believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it.
And I mean, there were a few little things like that, but there weren't many, really.
Yeah.
Like there were just like little nods and hints, like and this was in the trailer. The painting on the Robin costume.
Yep. I'm actually kind of sad that was all we got of that, and that it was in all the very early promos.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't any expansion on it, really.
Well, I think what Zack Snyder has said that, you know, you'll get a sense of that texture in the theatrical version. Then in the extended version that they're going to be releasing, I guess actually that's a lot of what they cut out was kind of fleshing out the universe as it has existed up until this point, particularly Batman's universe. Like, I want to.
So maybe all of the stuff that you're complaining they didn't give him enough to work with is what is on the cutting room floor,
which we'll get in I think August when the extended edition comes out.
Well, looking forward to that.
Definitely. But okay, well that's about 15 minutes, so I think that's about all we're going to talk about it for now. But next Saturday, April 2nd, 7:30 p.m. EST. At live.universebox.com, we're going to be joined by Rebecca Johnson, Derby Kid of Supergirl Radio.
Yep.
And one of our great listeners over on Legends of Gotham, a Holy Bat Pastor, to talk about this film in depth. And we want your feedback, too.
Yes,
so if you have feedback, shoot us an email, legendsofgotham@gmail.com, or send us a voicemail. Either just send us an MP3 to that email address, or leave a voicemail via telephone. Via bat phone at 424-274-2352. Again, 424-274-2352. And okay, you know what? I will throw out an arbitrary scale right now. After first viewing, arbitrary scale. Okay, out of 43 spent bullet casings, how many spent bullet casings do you give this movie? This
episode of Batman v Superman.
43.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna end up being too low, and I'm gonna get all of the haterade thrown at me. Out of 43, I want to go 38.
38? Why?
I don't know if I just missed something, or I don't know what's missing, but something was missing for me. Mm-hmm. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like there was there was like a chunk where I was like,
it might have just been your
my viewing.
It might have just been the margaritas we had beforehand.
It may have been the margaritas and the fact that we were in the second row watching it like this.
Yeah, that's true too. We ended up getting really close seats. Yeah. Okay, and as for me, just really quickly, out of 43 spent bullet casings,
47.
I'm going to give it 52 because
remember the 52.
It was amazing, and I can't believe how amazing it was. And I'm going to go see it again tomorrow, and I'm pumped because I get to see it again. Hopefully sitting a little bit farther away from the screen. I'm sure
it'll be a little further back.
But we'll be talking about this a lot more next weekend, April 2nd, 7:30 p.m. EST, live.universebox.com. For now, I guess we'll go ahead and close things off. But thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Have fun storming the castle. I always feel like I have to say that there. I don't know why.
You can. It's fine.
Yeah, I did.
You did. It's good.
I really can feel the haterade and like the laser eyes coming at me after that.
From Rebecca?
Yeah.
No. You'll be fine.
I said the opposite of everything she says. I'm like, I don't like Lois Lane.
And we're going to kill the stream. Night, guys.